Okay, so good morning, grade 6. So today we will review our lessons from yesterday and then we will have another lessons for today, another 2 lessons for today. So first, let's review using synonyms and antonyms. So we know that synonyms have the same words that have the same meaning. And for antonyms, there are the opposite meaning. Okay. For example, assure and guarantee. Are these words synonyms or antonyms? And guarantee. These words are synonyms. What about accept and decline? Okay, that is correct. These words are antonyms. Next, let's review the lesson about evaluating a narrative based on setting and character development. So we know setting is the time and place when and where the story happened. And we also know that characters are what we call the actors of the story. So in characters, we have the protagonist, who is the hero or main character of the story. Antagonist is the villain. Foil is the one that contrasts the protagonist to emphasize the main character's trait or traits. We also learned about that different kinds of characters. What kind of characters are they? Meaning, like a boring character, it only has 1 or 2 traits that don't change or don't grow in the story. Round, it means they have many complex traits that develop and change. Stock is representing stereotypes. Stereotypes, for example, a mean teacher or an old, lonely neighbor, okay, something like that. And we also have static, meaning its trait remains the same throughout the story. And we also have dynamic, changing and growing, responding to events and experiencing a change in attitude or point of view. This especially happens when there's a problem in the story and then the character was able to solve it or wasn't able to solve it. That experience changes his or her attitude and point of view. Okay, so flat and static, these are boring characters. And I think the ones that are interesting are dynamic and round. Okay, our lesson for today is about distinguishing short vowel sounds from long vowel sounds. That can be found on page 42 of your book. Look at the list of the words here. So we have examples for long vowel sound and we also have examples for short vowel sounds. So the sound for short is a, e, o, u. The sound for long is a, e, I, o, u. Okay, so for example, for short, flab and rash. For example, for the E sound is egg, lens. For E sound is sin, dim. For O sound is son, pot. And for U sound is nuts and crush. For long vowel sounds, we have here some examples. For A sound is late and rain. For E sound is P and mean. For this one, why is the 2 letters highlighted? Okay, the 2 letters are sounded as one sound. So it's an E sound, and this one also it's an E sound. Next, for long I, it's mic and sight. For O sound, it's gold and Rome. And for U sound, it's cube and sure. Okay, for now I will show you a word and you will tell me if this sound is an A, E, I, O, U or A, E, I, O, U. and if it's a long or short sound. So for example, knelt. Is it knelt? Letter E, letter E, sound A, sound E, sound I, sound O, or sound U. Okay, the correct sound here is E or E. What is that sound? What is the sound of E? Sound is it short or long? Okay, the sound E is short. Okay, next, make. What is the sound here? Make. The sound here is for the A sound. So is that short? Is that short or long? Okay, the sound there is a long sound. Okay, next, line. What is the sound there? Line. Line. That is the sound I, which is what? Short or long? Okay, that's right. It is a long sound. Next, our next lesson is on page 45 of your book, which is analyzing other figures of speech. So we have, so we know that figures of speech helps us express our ideas in a deeper and more creative way. Okay, so we have three types of figures of speech that we are going to discuss today. So we have hyperbole, irony, pun, and irony. So for hyperbole, it means to use of exaggeration for emphasis and more intense expression of ideas or emotions. It is usually called as exag or exaggerating. Okay, so example, I am so hungry I could eat a horse. So what does this mean? Okay, it means that the subject is so hungry that he or she wants a meal that will give her that satisfaction. So in this sentence, a horse being a big animal, it's being compared to a meal that the subject can eat. A big meal that will satisfy her being hungry, being so hungry. Okay. Another example, when you have been, where have you been? I have been waiting for centuries. Okay, the subject is waiting for a long time. The meaning of this sentence is this, meaning that the subject is waiting for a long time. So we know centuries if we are comparing if we are in the present right now and going back to a century, it means that it's a long time. So the subject is the subject is comparing the time that she waited for that person that she's talking to in a century. Next we have pun. Okay, so pun, it means a play of words that uses double meanings to create a humorous effect. A humorous effect meaning making a joke. So for example, the bicycle can't stand alone because it's too tired. We know that a bicycle cannot stand alone. This can be a personification, but it is made as pun. Why? Because of the words too tired. When you say it, it rhymes with too tired, meaning the too tired and this too tired, they rhyme, and too tired meaning the bicycle, describing the bicycle having two tires or wheels. Okay. Okay. Where is my, oh. Okay, so this is pun. Another example is two peanuts walked into the bar. One was assaulted. So the pun here is assaulted. which really means assaulted, assaulted. Because assaulted and this word assaulted, they rhyme, but it's describing the peanuts as salty. Okay, and last one is irony. Irony is a statement or expression that means the opposite of what it says. What it really is saying, it's the opposite. Okay? So, for example, you are so skinny, you need to eat more. So, for example, you are saying this to a fat person. So, next is irony. Irony, it means a statement or expression that means the opposite of what it says. So, it is also called sarcasm. Sarcasm. Okay. Example, you are so skinny, you need to eat more. Okay. When you are saying this to a fat person, this is irony. Why? Because fat and skinny are opposites. Okay, another example. Sorry, this is not hyperbole. This is irony. Okay. Example, walking for hours under the sun is refreshing. This is irony because we know that the sun is hot, so how can it be refreshing, right? That is irony. Sun being described as refreshing, which is the opposite because the sun is hot, so it should then be refreshing. So your seat work for today is for the distinguishing short vowel sounds from long vowel sounds. You will do page 42, exercise 1, numbers 4 to 13, but don't do the sentences. You don't need to write the sentences of each word. You just have to identify if it has the short sound or the long sound. Next is about analyzing other figures of speech, which is on page 46, exercise 3B. Okay, take a picture of the two exercise and attach the two exercise on week 3, seat work 1 and 2. Your homework is about distinguishing short vowel sounds from long vowel sounds on page 42, exercise 1. This time you will do the sentences for numbers 1 to 13. You will take a picture of that, attach it in week 3, homework number 3. And the last one is analyzing other figures of speech, which is on page 45, exercise 3A. Take a picture, attach in week 3, homework number 4. For your advanced work, for reading and art week 4, you will have a new set of vocab words, which is vocabs number 4. You will have a new story and a new art activity. But watch out for this, it will be posted on Thursday. Don't forget we have a quiz number 2 about lesson 2 on today at 2:20. So let's meet at Reading and Art 6 classroom in Google Meet. I will be giving you the quiz code there. So don't be late. Okay, now. So this is the end of our class. I hope you listen very well to my discussions. Good luck with your self-study and see you later at 2:20. Okay, thank you. Bye.